Welcome back, everybody, to the episode of the Legion Lads. I'm your host, JR. Today we got Jose and Nick. What's up, guys?
Yo.
In about, I want to say, less than 3 weeks.
About three
We're,
weeks.
yeah, we're having a mini extravaganza, boys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hyped. I
It's
mean,
it's truly a mini extravaganza. It's one day.
oh yeah, because the rest of them has always been a weekend, huh? So do you think that means that they're going to announce more or less?
Well, no, actually, usually they've been across weekdays. Usually, because
Oh,
they're usually they're usually when I'm at work. Normally, they're usually like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
really? I could have sworn it was a weekend. Like they would do Friday,
No,
Saturday.
Thursday,
Friday, Saturday is about right because they
yeah,
would do
hmm
one day they would do like in the old days they would do like X-Wing Armada before they killed them. The next day would be Legion. The next day would be MCP. One of the
hmm
days is like painting with Dallas.
yeah.
Am
I,
I thinking
I
like a convention thing
One
then?
second.
maybe. I think they're gonna go to one day. I think they're just gonna cut out all the extra stuff like the painting streams and
Oh yeah, yeah.
they would do like panels where they would just talk about like like some new thing or whatever like then they would have the three big ones where they would actually
Mhm.
like show you the stuff coming, right?
Yeah. So I know we're definitely going to do episode when it gets closer of what we want to see. We'll probably get
Gungans, that's
into that
it.
a little bit.
Nobody wants
That's it.
We
Gungans.
start this
Gungans,
clock.
that's
We
it.
start it now. If they bring out
Gungans.
Qui-Gon, I'd want Guggins. Like we need a Qui-Gon. We don't have it in Shatterpoint, and we don't have it in Legion. What's the big deal? You know?
He's in everything else though. He's in Star Wars Unlimited. He's in your little mini card game.
He was in
Um
Obi-Wan, the show. Like, what's going on? I don't
He was
know.
in he was in the Naked Gun.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he was the star of the Naked Gun. So obviously the actor is, okay. Publicity wise, I don't even think I'm saying that right. Publicity. There
Hub.
we go. Um, okay, boys,
English is
before
hard.
we get into all that, this episode we're gonna do a couple things. Is I know Nick's got some tournament stats for our viewers, and then we're gonna do the good, the bad, and the ugly of the state of Legion right now. Since the mini extravaganza is coming up, we kind of want to just give our opinions of what we think of where the current state of the game is, and what we hope. Nah, I guess we're not gonna do what we hope to see. We'll say that for another episode. But before all that, we got some announcement. So this Friday, for any of our local viewers that are currently not playing the game or play the game and then fell out of the game, we do have a learn to play at Legends in Clovis. That I forgot the time. So I will have the time in the description on this YouTube video. But yeah, if you want to get back into Legion or you thought about like checking out to see how it plays now, definitely come check us out. I will be there personally. So it'll be better, a better experience because I'm there. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Gonna murder everybody.
Yeah, I got to
You
work
got
on
three
that.
less feet to go.
Every, everybody tells Roman's like, yeah, that guy just beat us into the ground. We don't want to play anymore. Um, but November 1st is the Legion Lads tournament coming back. Was on a little break because all the boys went to LVO. Um, we don't know if that's going to be a recon mission or tournament or an actual full-blown tournament. So stay tuned for that announcement. But I do want to let the surrounding cities and our locals know that we do have a tournament coming up. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be a recon one because it's been a while since we've done a recon, and technically, I think I have like very few recon games, if not none, under my belt, like that I've actually put some thought into it. You know?
I haven't played a single recon game.
Isn't
What
it
about
the
you, Jose?
same missions and everything, just three by three?
No, the missions are a little different.
The,
Are
the,
they?
well,
hmm
They look the same.
the deployment's different,
hmm
and you don't. There's no ban process. You just flip it over. That's what you're gonna do.
I just mean
Uh,
like the game state. Like I think there's like a signal one, right?
I think there's close the pocket,
It's
signal,
yeah, the same missions, just
and
on three by three.
yeah, I think there's only three of them though.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be cool to see. That'd be cool to do that. And it would be interesting to see how, because when they came out with Skirmish, which is now Recon, Skirmish was kind of just a thrown together mode. Like, hey, you could play on a smaller scale, but the balancing was definitely off. And I'm curious to see if Recon is definitely going to be off as well. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially now. Here's my 14 die Super Ahsoka squad. Oh, I just murdered something here.
But that's your whole list.
Well, not
No,
really, because it's
dude,
600 points.
it's
It's
600
even.
It did
points.
go up 100.
Hmm.
You can spend 200 of those 600 on two obnoxious super squads, Ahsoka and fives. And that's gonna do most of the lifting. I think in this one, because of double squads, the problem with the old one was you could bring a vehicle and just tear somebody up. I think the problem with this one is you'll need a vehicle to shred those super squads or something because those super squads are going to be a massive issue.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
we
Go
bring
ahead,
our
Nick.
own.
And Skirmish, I could bring I think, if memory, serves me correctly, I brought like a 13 act droid list. I wonder if I could do the same.
Or in recon, you can bring five double rad B1s and two attack droids,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
nothing's gonna kill that.
it'd be interesting for sure, for sure.
Double squads are just not great for small modes.
Oh, they're
Is there
fantastic.
are
It's a
they at
nice
least banned
change.
in the build? Like if you could ban the double squads, that'd be
Well,
fun. Are they
I would have to
allowed in
take a look at
recon?
the recon rules, but I know in the Battle Force aren't well, they don't count as a unique upgrade, so no, you could technically bring them, I guess. Interesting. I'd have to double check the rules again on that.
I was just wondering if there were rules because like 600 points can go so far, but like 600 points is like I said equivalent to like some very double squad nonsense, especially with like clones and CIS, which could make it a little annoying.
And a clone confined area, which would be
Let's
mayhem.
see, recon rules. 600 points, normal build, setup.
So no restrictions.
No. Yeah, nothing about like no super squads, so no.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds
I know the
terrible.
ranks still have a restriction, right? Like you have to
Yeah,
have two.
one commander, one operative, 2 to 4
Yeah,
core, 2 special forces, 2 support, 1 heavy.
yeah. So
What
that'd be good.
nonsense can they build?
Um, all right, boys. Well, let's jump into it. All right, what you got, Nick, for tournaments? I'm taking notes because I want to like gauge this in our next topic when we get there, and like how this all implies to our opinions, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I just wanted to give a little follow-up to what I was counting before. So I was looking at larger tournaments, 20 or more players.
Mhm.
In only look in the US, only look in the US in our area. And I was just keeping track of the factions, the top 8, the percentages, and the winners. So since we last did this, there were quite a few more to add in. There was Crucible, there was Nova, there was LVO. We're now up to like 15 tournaments in this. So it's interesting. The numbers still bearing out with factions. So I'll let you guys guess first. What do you think is the top faction taken?
CIS. No, oh, Taken? Ooh.
Yeah, taken. Just
Empire.
total
Empire.
players.
Empire.
No, not even close.
Interesting.
Empire is fourth out of the 4 factions.
Whoa, a lot of people jump ship.
Yeah. Now they're not like way down
Mhm.
below. It's not a huge difference, but it's a pretty good amount. So the top number one, just barely, is Rebels at 123, CIS 122. So CS Rebels right there.
Okay.
GAR 108, Empire 101, Shadow Collective 24. So that's the spread of the factions.
So wait, Empire's what is the bottom?
101.
101?
Yeah, yeah, Empire is last, 101. And
Ooh.
now remember this is since this is only tournament since the change when the new upgrade cards got dropped in June.
And how many tournaments did you look at, or you just looked at it overall?
There's 15 tournaments in this because I was only looking at tournaments with 20 or more.
Gotcha.
I was not looking at all tournaments. I was really just curious about the bigger tournaments.
Mhm.
Because yeah, just to kind of see, because with these bigger tournaments, it's generally where you have, they're generally more competitive, right? Because again, if I looked at, you could just look at our community, right? If I looked at our tournament results, it skews things, right?
Right.
Because it's a small group and you kind of have the same, you kind of have the same results, and it's so that's why I really wanted to just look at the bigger tournaments. So Rebel CIS at the top, but again, Guard Empire not far behind. Um,
Wait,
so
what? Shadow Collective taking more than Empire?
no, Shadowcliff
Oh, okay.
24,
Still the
Oh,
way
bottom.
down,
hell
way
no,
Still the
down,
bottom of the
way,
list.
never.
way down, way
Okay,
down.
okay, okay.
No, Shadowcliff way down. But as you could probably guess from this loaded question, so which faction had the worst percentage showing in top eight?
I'm gonna say because you're a smile, it's Troubles.
It's Rebels. If you remember before, it was Rebels last time we talked about this.
Yeah, it
Remember, if you
was.
remember
It
before
was.
Rebels, they are still down there. They are still last. They are even below Shadow Collective. Um,
Whoa.
but again, Shadow Collective, small numbers. But who is, and I guess who is first? And I'll say there's a tie for first. If you can guess the two that are tied for first
Well,
for the best percentage of making top eight.
CIS for sure. And then I would
CIS.
say Gar.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So both at 27%, 27.9, 27.8. CIS just edging, but Empire is at 26. So Empire
Oh,
only 1% behind. So CIS, GAR 27%, Empire 26, Shadow Collective at 20%, and Rebels at 19.
I wonder if that's Empire's up there because of Imperial Remnant.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a pretty much a guarantee, I would guess.
Mhm. Uh,
So Rebels taking the most. Again, CIS also right there with the most, but still performing a little lower than the other factions as far as making top eight.
gotcha. Why do you think that is?
I think probably because this may be
Give it to us. Just yeah. Don't hold back.
Don't hold back.
Don't sugarcoat it, Nick.
because Rebel players are generally more fun.
Okay, we got to dive into that. We got to dive into that.
I
Okay.
I think I think I think that's probably why more Rebel players are probably playing more for fun.
I have
Probably I'll say that.
I have a different theory, but we'll go off your theory for a little bit.
Okay.
Why do you think they have more fun and not play more competitive? Because
I
to be fair, when Sleeper Cells came out, they dominated, right? And then they got the Nerf hammer, and now they're not dominating them anymore. It's what I see.
I
So
think dominate
arguably,
is a strong word. I don't know if I would say dominated. We had war one day in the sun. That was
maybe
pretty much it.
I feel like that's correct. Maybe it puts you on the map,
Yeah.
right? So why do you think Rebel players are more fun than the rest of the factions?
I think it goes to our army build, our army makeup, right? It's always been, oh, here's all the heroes you can bring, whether they're good or bad. Spend, half of your armory points on these heroes that don't do anything for you to win the game, you know. And again, I'm speaking this as a Rebel player, so I could be way off. And of course, it's probably a very, very biased response, but I feel like Rebel players are maybe more likely to play what they want to play versus playing what they should play.
And do you feel you personally, as a Rebel player, that impacts your overall experience with the game?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Like to the point where it's a negative impact.
Can be, depends. So it can be a negative if, like, let's say, like generic things come out that are better than name things, like if that happens, then yeah, it can be.
Fair, fair, fair. What do you think, Jose?
Ooh. In terms of what again?
And in
Um,
terms of like why Rebels is doing the worst. So Nick's opinion is because more fun, and I generally agree with you, Nick, is because
I don't agree with the more fun thing. The because the people that are wanting to, I don't know, maybe I don't think no Knicks are probably right. Because a lot of the Rebel stuff that makes it is either high act or backed by a lot of sleeper cells. And I did see not so much like in my games anyways at LVO, like every Rebel list I played had sleepers. So in my experience, I didn't get to see any fun Rebel lists, but I can see where, when looking at the composition of units, there were some different, like people were bringing Jin still, people were bringing my S tier Lando, um, people were bringing like giant fleets. So I don't think so much as stuff they're having fun. I think they're trying to see if there's like different things they can take. So it's kind of still testing stuff. Is probably why Rebels aren't going up there because realistically, I think Rebels can fall back on three sleeper cell, two buses, throw in some cheap point grabbers, overload on objective on a overload on axe, and they could probably skyrocket their numbers up if they really wanted to just stick to that. But I think there's people that are theory crafting out there to see if there's something else they can do.
well,
So, because I'll say too, because and I really should go back and look at all the lists to be fair to what I'm about to say, because I haven't looked at all the lists, but to go back and look at all the lists at the LVO, at least in the GT, um, and see if anyone even brought the best Rebel list. And I guess I'll say that as far as like, obviously different opinion, but I would probably say probably the best Rebel list is probably the list kind of like what Brian Bear is running with the two land speeders. And, so I don't I don't think anyone brought that. I don't recall
Nobody
if
can
any.
afford them or find them. They're like hundreds
Oh,
of dollars on eBay.
people have them. People have them. So
I'm
just the
about to
fact.
sell mine on eBay. $90 if you
So
guys want
I
land
will I
speeder. I
will
got you.
I will make sure to I will go back and look at the list to see if I'm wrong about that. But I don't know if anyone so I don't know if anyone brought the best Rebel list to a tournament, but I know people brought the best CIS and Empire list because I played it like
well,
several times. I played the same I played the same
to
list.
to
Well,
be
the
fair,
reason
to be fair with the Imperial, it's Remnant,
Yeah.
and then CIS, it's anything with aquas in it. That's generally what it is right now.
But even like EXD, like I would say,
Sure,
even
sure,
is
EXE,
even like
yeah,
a level above.
yeah.
So I guess, and again, maybe, and that's probably just maybe my skewed experience that I had that I felt like I played those meta lists
what
of
bring
those
up
other factions.
I bring up the land speeder thing only because land speeders weren't something that were like completely dominating or in a meta conversation until recently. And therefore you have like I own two land speeders, zero interest to put them on the table in any version of this game. But if I
Why?
wanted, because I thought they were garbage. But in this version, running them with the droid and blitzing them down lanes and stuff like that, they seem to be s- great now, apparently. I haven't seen a game with them yet to be like, oh, I see what they mean. Like, I haven't seen any of Brian Bear's games, but,
So wouldn't you want to play them now then, since they're doing good? 'Cause,
um,
like
I
that's
just,
like the whole argument for me for Droidekas. Like Droidekas is in canonical form is an amazing unit, but when they first came out on the table, they're just like they're just not that great. And then they got really cheap, and they could take up axe, and that's a 10 health unit. It's just like I'm gonna play the hell out of them
well, and
because
the game change that also helped them.
well, no, I'm just saying when the points cross, and you're right, when the game changed, it helped them a lot.
Because
So like what
they
I'm
weren't,
saying is that because of that, those factors, it made me want to play this unit. And I played them a lot because I knew eventually we'd get nerfed. And that's what I feel like people that have units that aren't doing so well usually put them on the table, on the shelves. And then when they are great, they take them off the shelf. So my,
well,
my
yeah, I'm
question
not,
to you is like, why wouldn't you want to play the land speeders now?
oh, no, because I would have to learn how to do it. You can't just put something on and go with it. Brian's been playing the list for a while now. But that's not the thing I was saying. The thing I was saying was like there are people out there who never bought a land speeder that are rebel players that can't now play this without finding a land speeder in the wild. And that's the part that's crazy. I bet you when they get reproduced, I bet and if the land speeders are still doing what they are doing, yeah, I bet you'll see them skyrocket because the problem is everybody can run three Rebel sleeper cell and a lot of people can run Rebel buses because everybody bought the buses when they came out because they were for Rebels and they were for Shadow Collective. So there's no shortage of buses in the wild. I haven't been to a tournament or have talked to anybody where they're like, I don't have a bus. But I can bet you we can go to a like Bay Area Open and be like, hey, Rebel player, do you why don't you have a land speeder? Oh, because I didn't think about it. They weren't bad, and now I can't find one. And then that's just the way it goes. Like I'm just saying. Like I agree that they're great. I just think we don't see them not because people aren't changing to them. You don't have the availability, or people don't want to pay the money to actually play them. Like I have them, I could play them, and I've never played them. But that's a luxury because I was buying everything when it came out. You know what I mean? But there's units now that I didn't buy that now I'm in the same position. Like I had to borrow your rad cannons because I didn't buy them back then. Now I can't find them, so I have to borrow them. So similar thing, like people running droids are like, oh, I would run six rad cannons if I had them. Well, why didn't you have them? Because I didn't think they were gonna be worth anything. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure when they get re-entered into the market, we'll see land speeder city and a lot of rebel lists.
Well, not if unstable astromech is gone before then.
You think they're gonna take it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But that is,
They've
yeah,
already
that's what
took the gonk. I don't think they're gonna
I
take
know. Why did
another
they take Gonki?
They are not afraid to take away our toys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
right in the
Yeah.
garbage can next to Pout.
Um, I would say I agree with Nick in that, and I think this is true for all factions, but it's more prevalent in Rebels because it's a Hero Hammer faction. Um, Everybody wants to play their favorite guy in their faction, and when Rebels, you really lean on, you know, those characters. And unfortunately, in my opinion, Rebels is the true white save army.
We're the only
CIS
white save army.
Correct. CIS has red saves arm in its army, and the white save that it does have is also backed by health, right? So, and that just feels bad when your heroes just die so quickly, you know?
Yeah. But also the winners. So who do you think what do you think faction is leading the on winning these tournaments? So 15 tournaments. Which faction won the most? There was
I'm
a
gonna
winner.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Gar.
It was Gar with five. So not a blowout. They won five. And then there is a three-way tie for second. So three for all the others. And then one for Shadow Collective.
Oh, three-way tie for the other ones.
Yeah.
So, why do you think? Did you take a look at all the Gar lists that won?
I didn't because that's a lot of that's a lot of lists. But we did. We actually looked. If you remember past cast, we did look at a few. Remember there was some mix. Remember there was a couple different lists that we had not seen before, right? If you recall, I think there was one that had like Barks and you know uh, Cody and stuff like. So there was some different things out there.
I honestly think why Gar's doing really good is because one, it's the better red safe faction. And two, I feel like Gar is less punished for its misposition because of its red saves, whereas every other faction suffers if they position incorrectly.
But I also wouldn't say that those numbers would say that they're like better. I mean, I think it's pretty even actually. That's a pretty even spread. So that's actually not a bad spread across the larger tournaments.
Mhm. That's true. That's true. Um, I just think Gar's so good. I love Gar. Gar's amazing.
Wait, you don't even play Gar.
Oh, I'm playing it now that the
You're
chat
gonna
because
play
I'm
now?
just like
I just so you know, I'm playing Ewoks and just gonna steal the lightsabers.
I hope you do. 'Cause that's got to be the funniest thing in the world. Just
I
go
don't
up and
think they're
just.
gonna patch that, by the way.
I don't think so
Yeah.
either. I,
No, well, they will when they realize it. When they realize it, they will.
no, because I
No.
think okay, I'm just a
Not
big
a lot of people
fan.
play Ewoks.
I'm a big fan,
You
and in my opinion, that
It's an Ewok
what
thing, right?
what the Ewoks can do is actually hard to do because you got to be in melee with that unit. So,
That's not that hard to
well, I mean,
do.
unless you're running nine of them, because technically you could run nine of them in the
Well, you
battle
could
force.
play it in Rebels. You
No,
could be a Rebel player
I
and
just I
run
just meant
Ewoks.
like if you max that upgrade, then I would be a little bit more scared. But if let's say you took one or two, I just got to make sure my Jedi's not where those Ewoks are.
But but all you have to do in a Rebel squad is take two slingers, which like most are doing now anyways,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And you throw the upgrade on there, and in a lot of the missions, okay, I'll just sit on this my point, and if you want your Jedi to do anything over here, I'm gonna take his lightsaber.
Sure, but I mean, again, I think that's the whole. You have two slingers against my whole army. The odds of you getting there. I mean, I'm not saying it's not impossible.
No, no, I'm gonna let you come to me. I'm not going after you.
Well,
You come
I'm
try to
not.
take my
You
I'm not.
bring me the
POI.
I
lightsaber.
ain't coming to those slingers. Those slingers stay away from me.
So that's what I'm saying. My 45 point unit kept away your 150 point unit.
Sure, sure. That's a valid point. And I think that's amazing because that's
That's
an
a good
upgrade.
cost. You
Yeah,
paid for that.
that's an upgrade we never seen, and now we're gonna get to see it. Like it should make the custom commanders scared now. Like, oh my God, they could take away my weapon. Like I love that.
Well, only the Jedi can't take away any of the others.
Yeah. Oh, they're not unique,
They're not
or are they unique? I mean, because it's got to be a
yeah.
non-unique.
Non-unique.
Mm, I guess I could look at that. What is
Yeah,
it wording?
I'm pretty sure it says non-unique because the Jedi sabers like
Yeah,
if you took
I
all
guess
four
I could take
customs.
those two, but then they still have other weapons they could use versus the
Yeah,
Jedi will have nothing.
nothing. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It hurts a lot in going against the Jedi's, but man,
You have
taking away
charge.
those.
Now you don't.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
charge.
And I'm running away with it. um, yeah, that is interesting that Gar is at the top. But again, this is a good question because we're gonna jump into our good and bad and ugly in a minute. It seems like the game is relatively in a good spot for all factions. No one's like really dominating the scene. Everybody's just a couple numbers off, which is what you want in the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have a caveat with that.
Okay.
I would want to go through the numbers and take out the battle forces because like you take out the what makes the battle forces good is they break the force org. Breaking the force org allows you to make yourself better and in a way that you couldn't before. And I feel like once again it goes back to I think it was who did the battle forces, FFG or AMG?
Angry.
No,
It was FFG.
FFG. Right?
My
No,
okay.
no, it was always
Well,
AMG.
my gripe, and you can go back to pods and hear me scream about this, is when the battle forces came out, they were specifically said by whoever released them, they were not stressing them in a competitive environment because these things are not competitive whatsoever. Yet we got Remnant, EXD. To some degree, I want to see JR take my metal trash cans and see what he could do with that. And it's to me, it's like you can get these upgraded stats in terms of Empire win rate, uh, yeah, CIS win rate, and those will probably drop if you remove the battle forces from competitive play. So therefore, the win percentages would actually, I think, be heavily impacted. So
But
I wouldn't like to say I wouldn't go on to say that everything is balanced.
well, the
Um,
thing is I don't think you can take them out of the topic because I think they have to be a part of the topic, and I think that's what you're hitting on is that AMG's like, hey, we don't consider battle forces competitive. But they never said they couldn't be competitive or into a tournament. And I think it's important that you have to allow them in the tournament because if you don't, no one would play them.
Yeah.
no, in the article they're meant to be fun. Like
Well,
they said it in the article.
again, there
Not
a
that
lot of
they're just
things are
they
meant to be
they
fun.
I think they specifically said these are flavor lists. That's all they
But
were.
what the thing is that the people that are running the tournaments and even AMG's guidelines, they're not excluded because If they were excluded,
No, no,
no one could play
I
them.
100%. I'm not saying that they should that's
That,
that they're being
which is why
led.
I'm saying that. That's why I think you have to keep them in the
I'm saying
conversation.
that there's a difference, like how, okay, like the Ewoks are, it's a funny little argument you guys have. Rebels are doing so good. It's 13 Ewoks, and then freaking Nick's like, those aren't rebels. Those are Ewoks.
They're not.
I
That's my
mean,
thing.
did
Like,
they help blow up the
no,
Death
no,
Star? I'm just saying.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the win rates take a hit when you remove a lot of the stuff. Like CIS, most of the time, CIS's linchpin is EXD. You remove EXD. If the EXD didn't exist, then maybe we're not
I don't know
seeing
about
such a
that one
big
because I
win
feel like
rate.
CIS is in a weird spot, and that, in my opinion, is the best faction. And I know that sounds biased, but I only say that because you could run so many lists in a tournament with CIS and it be good. Where I don't think all the factions are like that. Um, Maybe Gar, because I think now with the changes they made to Gar, but again, there is a very niche to Gar in that you want to hit hard with low axe. I feel like that's a common ground for them right now. But CIS, you can go hit hard, low axe, or high scale, less powerful, or an in between. Like we mentioned, there could be a white save army, there could be a red save army. Like there's so many ways you can go with the CIS that it's hard to like identify why CIS is not the GOAT. You know what I mean? That sounds very biased because it
Yes,
is.
terribly biased.
CIS is the goat.
It is the GOAT. It is the GOAT. And
Well,
I
and you
think
can afford to take whatever you want. I mean,
what
your ceiling's
I agreed.
never going to be touched.
You can do whatever you want. Like I said, it's just so unique in diversity. And it be good. That's the key thing. It be good. Where I don't think any other factions really have that. Um, so going back to the topic of, Gar and what you were saying, Jose, is the game is in a good spot because everything's like relatively close.
Yeah, think about like days of like when Blizzard was just destroying everything, or when Rexstar was destroying everything. Like we haven't really had that recently, at least, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
I don't, yeah, because you're right. Because the last big scary thing was the Rebel Sleepers, but it wasn't really that scary. Like it
Stop.
was.
It wasn't even that.
Well, I'm agreeing with you. I'm
So
just throwing
short.
it out
So
there.
that's also due to, and I'll get more into this in the good, bad, and the ugly, but it's more of just the way the game is presenting itself. Um, you are not tailoring your list like you were to the extent in Legacy. For instance, you could, when you had full control over the amount of, like, and this could also be because we just have the out of the box missions, but you were able to take missions and build a list around that. For instance, bombing run. Cool. I'm gonna put speeders. I'm gonna put fast stuff. I'm gonna, that's my niche for this list is this. Then that list is also good at boxes. That list is good at whatever. Okay, cool. But then you were able to build other lists that were like, cool, we're gonna play Old Intercept, and my clones are just gonna ball up and scatter right here, and they're gonna be backed up by, like, you're able to further fine tune things, whereas now everything is so static. It's like basically everybody's just shooting.
But isn't that
Yeah,
the good? Isn't that good?
That's
no,
good.
because
Yes,
that's
it's good.
no, I don't
Yes,
like
it's
It is.
good.
that.
Because see,
Well, so the
Because
um
now all your lists now to play Legion, your list has to do a few things, and that's all they need to do. You need to be able to shoot, you need to be able to live, and you need to be able to not be panicked. Whereas Whereas before it was my list is specifically tailored to deliver the bomb. Now, as if you're going into a tournament, you have to think, what's the relevancy that I'm going to see this? Now I need to build my list to either counter that or ignore it, and then build around my strengths. I feel like any army can bring those three things in different flavors, but it makes the game, like, it's
But what you're speaking
The
about in the bombing
soul,
run scenario is
even not just bombing boxes,
what would you rather
boxes.
have? What would you rather have? A 50-50% chance to win or an 80-20% chance to win?
So I see where you're going with this. I want to make a tactical decision based on the field. So if I'm going into a competitive event, and we've seen this before when Blizzard was crazy, as somebody who was playing Blizzard, or actually no, let's go with Ollie with Ollie who ran when Blizzard was at the top of its prime. Ollie had to make a choice. I either make my list specifically for the field, or mold my list as a take all. And he made his list to counter wasn't Blizzard Forge, it was fuck, what list was it?
Dark
Oh, it was a
Troopers?
list. It
It
was
was
something,
it was
but he took,
EXE.
yeah, EXE. So he literally said, "What are the chances of people? What's the percentage of people reading EXE? High. What are the chances that I might run into them? High. What are the chances that they make it to here? High. Therefore, statistically, if they're gonna play to their strengths, I can play into their weakness, and while they have their strengths, which was the comms jammer, and that was strategic. That was epic. Seeing the field get mollywopped by EXD only to hit that brick wall, which is Ollie Dyer, was magical. Now, when I see a final, it's like, oh, it's 14 act Rebels versus 16 act CIS. Huh. Like it's not exciting. It's just who can squeeze out one better attack pool than the other.
I
And
see
that's
that
what I miss. That's what I miss.
I see that totally differently. I see that completely opposite.
I know you guys do.
I see that complete opposite. So yes, Ollie had to make those decisions. I don't want to have to make those decisions. I don't want the game to dictate that I have to bring a certain list to have fun playing this game. I want to bring what I want to bring. And not to try to win the whole tournament, but just not to get blown off the table by turn two, or to walk up to a table and already know that I lost just by looking at their bid and their deck. That's old
Well,
Legion.
no, no, no.
And
I'm not.
honestly, you got to
I'm
give
excluding.
you got to
I'm
give AMG
excluding the
credit
bid.
because they took out a lot of the niches in this game. Like you can't niche anymore, which is a good thing because it affords you, Jose, to bring a bunch of B1s against someone who brings a bunch of Ewoks or a bunch of you know Gar stuff. Like it's no longer like, okay, I'm gonna just tailor my list for Dark Troopers and hope that I run against the Dark Troopers, and then if not, I lose to something else,
Well,
right?
no. So that's why I'm saying it gets into the fact of like we need new missions because they can inject flavor into this game by faction specific secondaries, new missions. Because it's like I said,
Which we're gonna get.
there's no real reason to do anything other than live long, shoot, and hope I can stay here. Like you're saying, I like knowing that I can walk a table and not get blown off turn two. Um, in one of my games, after the first two scoring rounds, I was up 6-0, and that guy was like, "Yeah, I'm done." Like, okay, I just because I was able to live long and shoot. Like that's not I don't know, like I said, I want flavor and juice in the game. And
Well,
I know they're like we're never going to bring back mobile scoring or mobile whatever, but it's like you got to do something. Like I said, I once
So
again, you
you're
guys don't.
it's interesting because we'll get to that, right? But your gripe is the objective of the game.
It's
That's
so
it.
stale.
But
Yeah.
it's not the factions or the ability to take away the niches and bring what you want to bring, right? It's just the objective.
No, it's the game in its entirety. Like I don't like the bigger dice pools. Like
Well,
we've
what we're
I
kind
don't
of you're kind of jumping ahead to the good, the bad, and the ugly.
No, no, I know that's what I'm saying. Like you're what you're asking me, it's bigger than it's for that later on because I know what you're asking me, but like the gripe with my game is the gripe with the game is as in whole is just it feels so non-climactic to me. And it's not like you're not on the edge of your seat like, oh, I lost this bomb over here or my payload got jammed. Now I gotta make sure I kill something. I have to kill something. It's
I,
like
I don't.
there's no
I am
excitement to it.
sorry. I am sorry. I don't know what world you're living in. I do not know what world you're living in. I am so glad I'm not watching 6 rounds of that stupid mission where no one did nothing till turn
No,
6
no,
on
no.
stream. Way more happens in this game. There's way more excitement.
I'm not. No, that's what I said. Like I agree with you. We're probably just looking at two
You
different games because like there's nothing like Luke Cook. Our bet when I said CIS before I even knew CIS was gonna go. I think it was Worlds or what. It was some tournament. Viewers let you know. I told JR I bet CIS is gonna win the whole thing. I don't care. They're just so good. And JR's like, I'll bet you they ain't. So the finals ends up being Luke Cook with Iden 333 against CIS, and it comes down to Luke just needing to make one roll, red save roll. Hero B one shot comes in. Luke, if he misses this, I'm a winner. I win everything. Screw you, JR. And if Luke makes it, well, damn, I owe JR a free paint job. And Luke whips it. That was the most exciting time
But that's not because
game
of the list.
ever. Ever. No,
But
that's because of the game mode they were playing.
but that could happen in so many
That can happen in every
scenarios.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
That
you
happens
mean?
No.
now.
Not everybody gets a touchdown every football game, right? It doesn't come down to the last quarter every time.
And even then, like I don't know, like so there's
I
other
think
stuff.
you're stuck in the past and that the objectives mattered where a unit mattered for that objective, i.e., Staps and bombing run. But if they didn't get bombing run, they would lose, right?
If the opponent didn't get bombing run that wanted it would lose.
If the stat bombing run combo, right? You're just talking about tailoring your list to get this objective to most likely win. Those games are boring because when you know your opponent got bombing run with stabs, you know they already won.
Yeah, but now they can bring back these objectives and it adds more to the ban phase. Because do you want me to have staffs with bombing run? No, so you're gonna veto that and you're gonna
Nobody
put your
liked
own
that
objective.
though.
Yeah,
No,
no
no,
one.
no. I'm not
Well,
saying just that. I'm
that,
I'm using that as an example. What I'm saying
I can't
is
say no
if
one
you
liked it, but
if you
I mean, you liked
introduce
it. You liked it if you ran it and
no
got
no.
it.
What I'm saying is if you introduce new objectives other than the stale stuff we have over and over and over again, it would put more emphasis on turn zero because
Okay,
turn zero isn't even that great to be honest.
but
Turns
but
I'll save it, but
that has nothing to do with the factions where they're at currently in the game. What we're talking about right now, by the way,
no, I'm
is
saying faction specific cards would impact factions.
sure, but I'm just saying, like, do you think right now, currently in the state
No,
of
I just told you
system,
no. I said no because I
but
don't.
you have not said anything about the factions. You keep
Yes, I did.
you're talking about the objectives. You keep going back to the
No,
objectives.
no, no, no. I trailed into objectives. I don't like the battle forces in the game.
yeah.
Okay, there you
I
go.
I
Battle
was
forces.
very specific about that. It just trailed off into that.
Which I've honestly come to love battle forces, and I hope to do more battle forces.
It's because you like breaking the
Well,
rules.
yeah. So, and we might as well jump around a little bit because I think it'll just make more sense.
Yeah.
Um, Battle forces are in my ugly because they haven't made more battle forces. I
Oh.
don't. They need to. They need. I said this a while ago. They need to make a ton more. Just churn them out. Make a bunch more battle forces because right now they're not, and there's a big disparity in the battle forces. My Rebel battle force stinks compared
Your
to the other
Ewok one
battle
is
forces.
great.
That's an Ewok. That's an Ewok faction. That's
See
not
what
even
I
the same thing.
mean? That's what I was fucking saying.
I agree 100%, and I'm really hoping November 15 when they do the mini extravaganza, we get a lot more battle forces because they said we're gonna get a Gungans, and Hondo just came out, so Hondo needs his Weequay
No,
one.
weak ways, not Gungans. You said Gungans, not
Oh,
Gungans.
I meant not Gungans. I meant
Weequay,
no Geonosians.
Geonosians.
We were supposed to get a Geonosians
That was
one,
like 2 years
and
ago.
then Weequay. Yeah, Hondo needs the Weequay one.
So I don't like battle forces in this game as it currently is. But if they came out with more battle forces and they actually were good for all the factions, then I would be okay with it.
It's so interesting. A couple years ago, Nick loved the Battle Force, and I was against the Battle Force, and now we're flipped. That's
Did I
so
I
like the
funny.
don't
battle forces?
I
Yeah.
don't
I think you were just excited for them because you had the Rebel one, you got the Wookiee one. I know you were excited about that one when it came out. and it just gave you new ways to play. And I think you
Sure.
said, quote, new ways to play
New
your
ways to
toys
play.
with. Yeah.
That makes sense.
If you're gonna go the way of the Battle Force, just get rid of the regular standard Force organization, because that Battle Forces, all they do is they
Oh,
break the Force org.
you still need the regular
No.
Okay, well, let's go ahead.
choices. Choices.
If
Nick,
you add more
before
battle
well,
forces and they're all different, all good, all whatever, why would you ever take a regular force org list when you can take a list that breaks the force org and you get better command
why did
cards?
I take Geonosians and not EXD?
Yeah.
That's not a battle force.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
know. That's the point.
Exactly. He didn't take a battle force when he could have.
Okay, so we'll move on to the good, the bad, and the ugly. But before we do that, any more tournament stats you want to throw at us, Nick?
Nope. That's it.
All
You're not
right.
gonna go over the discrepancy of the advantage cards being shit.
Oh, I didn't go that deep into it. Go
We
down a
should
rabbit
talk
hole.
about that.
What, Advanced Intel's the top dog still? Of course.
No, so so me and Nick over our water drinking session was looking at the stats for the tournament, and
Oh, just for LVO.
yeah, for LVO, I think if you brought them up as a whole, you'd still see the same. So there's a giant discrepancy between the top three that are taken. You could probably name the three that are taken all the time right now. Name the three.
Cunning Deployment, Advanced Intel, and Ordnance.
Exactly. So why is it that those cards are taken in the range of like 48, 50, 51%, and the other three, which should be good, I assume. I don't see why you would release these and see such a big discrepancy. Those other ones, the garrison, fortified deployment or fortified whatever, and
Strafing run.
strafing run were like not even 4%.
Well,
That's
to
because
be
of the
fair,
current meta.
yeah, to be fair, this game is new, just came out. It just came out. This game is new, just came out. Starter set's available, everyone. Go buy your
Oh
starter
god.
set.
Yes.
So we don't know, so it's gonna take some time now the game is released, it's on the shelf. Now they can come out with some new cards, which they
Yes,
will.
new card.
I
But they
I
should fix these old ones.
Well, to be fair,
mm,
there just has to be a unit that takes full advantage of those uh advanced or whatever they're called.
advantages.
Thank you. Advantages, and then you'll start seeing them more, right? Because armor's so good in this current version of the game. That's why Ordnance is there. Having an extra pass is amazing. Dodges, who doesn't like dodges? Prepare position for one core. Right now, no core, one core can make good use of that. Now, when marksman comes out, maybe short troopers, who knows? It just takes one thing of the game to change, and then that advantage will become useful.
Or like a custom commander that gives the unit prepared position.
Yeah, and or a custom Jedi that has prepared position on it.
Hmm. Yeah.
No, I just think that advantages are advantages. Well, they should
But
all
that's
offer
meta.
advantages.
They're the starter box advantages
Even
though. They're supposed to
even
be kind of,
even
bland.
even even off meta, like you if you play like a pickup game, those are still highly likely to be seen.
Because that's just how it works.
Because
You're
no,
never
because
you're,
you
you're
can't tell
never
me
gonna
meta. You can't tell
you're
me meta,
never
and
gonna
I'm like,
you're never gonna have it where all six are viable.
okay, but there's no reason for the discrepancy to
Yeah.
be that big is my point. Because
We
I just said right now, it's a 49 to 52% across the top three, less than 5% on the bottom three. You said it's a meta issue. I say, okay, even in my standard games, I'm gonna see these. So now it's not a
Well,
meta thing.
here's a
Now it's
bigger
even
question. Why aren't you running them?
I do run them.
So what's the problem?
I'm in the 3%. I'm saying that
So
they should
so are
all
you
that
tired of
I
seeing your opponent bring them?
no, I want to see all advantages be good.
So you're saying,
I bring the prepared position one.
and are you saying
You're
that
part of
those ones
3%.
aren't? Why are you bringing them if they're not good?
Because I'm trying to make it work in my army. Extra suppression on a suppression build Empire list is great. Having
Extra suppression. What do you mean?
The strafing run.
the strafing
Oh,
run.
the Schaefer one.
That literally can win you a center position if you needed to. Um Strafey run off of a Annihilation Looms is useful. The fortified positions, that's the only one I really, that one I just hate cover. But the other one, Garrison, I think Garrison is great. You could do infiltrating I don't know, fucking Aquas, and then
Language.
infiltrate
No, you
some
can't.
B1s behind them.
Yeah, it's gotta be core. It's gotta be core.
Yeah, core.
Hey, think of it
Your
this way.
Aquas have infiltrate is what I'm
Hey,
saying.
I don't know. Think of it this way. All of those green cards have text on them that say they do things. We used to buy star boxes where one of the green cards said clear conditions, does nothing.
And people took it.
No, no,
Once
no,
again,
no. People play
So
that when they forgot what their condition was.
no.
we still kind of play that one. It's like, oh, I
Yeah,
never played Ordnance that game. Oh darn.
yeah, you're
Cle-
right. You're
Clear
right.
conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
That did
But
happen to
the
me.
good news is, hopefully, we will get some more. Hopefully, we'll get some more.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Faction specific. Come on, AMG. Stop letting me down.
All right, so moving on, we'll go to our good, the bad, the ugly. So what our
Gotta
goal
go.
is when talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, it's pretty much what we're happy with, but we're not happy with, and what we're just really disgusted about. So that being said, let's start with the good, because we always got to go with the good of why this game is where it's at and what we appreciate AMG is doing. Now, me personally, I have a lot of good. I think you guys are gonna be surprised that I don't have a lot of bad or ugly because they took out a lot of I gotchas. They took a lot of niches out. And originally I was upset with that because it's a skill level to the I gotchas, but it makes it more friendly. And what's most important, it doesn't happen to you because as good as you are at the game, sometimes you still can get an I gotcha and you're just like, well, there goes the game. I'm gonna rage. Um, I love how the things are deployed now. I love that it only takes 5 rounds instead of six, and the deployment is turn one instead of all that good stuff. My faction in particular is doing great because it's always, in my opinion, it's always been like a Swiss Army knife. I could bring whatever I wanted and it feels still good about it. And then as we saw from the stats from the tournament, everything's kind of relatively close. Nothing's like overly dominating. I've grown to love the battle forces. I hope we get more. And yeah, and the release stuff, the stuff that are coming out. I'm excited for Savage. I'm excited for the mystery character. I'm super excited for the custom commander. That's like my top good right there. Like, I don't know how you both boys are not happy with the custom commander. Like, oh, that's the dream, baby. Um, but tell me guys what you guys like about Legion right now.
Do I do? I guess I should go because I don't think Jose has anything to
No,
say.
Yeah, I think
no,
it's like
no.
the
So Nick was in the pod chat and he did his good, bad, and ugly, and I just rearranged and corrected him. So I'll let him go first.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So the good of this game. So yeah, the 2.6. I think all the rules. The the change to 2.6, the change to this game was good, and I am very happy with it. So yeah, I think this is a fun game to play. And now that the star sets are out, my other good star sets are out finally. Now people can play this game and have real POIs without having to go to Etsy.
Mhm.
So that's a good. I love that the changes they made. I also like, I'm positive about where it's going, kind of what you said, JR, what's gonna come out. So I'm I'm looking forward to what's coming. I got my Hondo now, so get some pirates. So I'm looking forward to be able to see what they
Still
do.
not legal.
And
They
if
put
you
it.
don't,
So they put it in the rule book.
they did,
They
they
did his
did.
rules
Street
in the
date.
rule
It
book
still has
now.
a street date. Still has a street date.
But
At least the
still,
at least the rules in the rule book now.
if you don't play a game of Hondo before he actually gets released, what was the point?
Oh no, I will. I will.
Okay,
Yeah. I
okay,
was
He
I
will.
was really waiting for the rule. I was like,
sure.
oh, so now that's
Was that a shadow drop?
I feel like it was.
Yeah,
I
because
feel like it
there
was.
was no
Unless I
announcement.
just missed it. But
No, well, I think it's just a shadow drop.
yeah. Um and the other thing that I would say about this game, um that I really like about it and encourage people to play, is the players. I've been to three I've been to three LVOs now. I've all of my games and my opponents have all been great, and that's hard to find sometimes. So I think just the players that play this game, the community, even the overall large community that plays this game is really good and really positive and fun to interact with. So that's a big plus for me. Because if that was not, if I went to LVO and three of the six people I played were just not fun to be across the table from, probably wouldn't go back, again and do it again. So that's a big plus, and I think that's great for the game.
Okay. Jose?
Players for sure. Like Nick said, just piggybacking off him, like there's been no LVO I've gone to where like there's never been an experience or something fun happening. Last year, LVO was the guy with the Captain Morgan bottle offering me a swig, and I'm like, nah, I already got a hangover from yesterday. With his limited edition Grogu, I actually took a picture of his lat because it was kind of how I wanted to do mine, but I was like, just too lazy to do all that work. So I'll put it on one of my background photos one of these days so you guys see it. It's very amazing. The LVO before that, like one of my opponents had like 2 buckets of beer and like slammed them all in an hour and a half. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Just the environment, people are friendly. Like John was saying, in our NetherRealm podcast episode, dice goes flying 8 feet across, and then I can't tell you how many times where a dice came flying at me, and like me and a couple other people start looking for it to get it back to the person. Like some tournaments, nobody go get your own damn dice. The camaraderie and the community's dope. Just it's overall good, feel good time to be there. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's doing the same thing. You know, when and uh community is like what makes the game for me fun is, the people. The future outlook is subject to change for me. It's gonna depend if I get my Gungans or not. That aside, Savage looks cool. Um, really bummed that if I want a Saj, I gotta buy 3 models I already have. Or two
Three
models I
models,
already
yeah,
have.
two
Two
models, yeah.
models.
You
Um,
have a Saj?
yeah.
Oh yeah, duh. You did. You
I
have a
was doing
Saj.
a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Saj
Yeah,
Dooku
Dooku.
before
Yeah,
I
yeah,
jumped onto the trash can
yeah,
list.
yeah. That's right.
Um, uh, Grievous on a motorbike looks cool. Um,
Oh yeah, can't wait.
I'm still not completely happy with the custom commanders.
Oh, we're not going
It's
down the no not happy
Yeah, yeah,
road.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no,
Just the
no. I'm
good.
not. I no. But I'm saying it. I'm more lightened into them that
Okay.
they don't. They're gradually at the bottom of could be good.
Are you gonna buy one?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay, okay.
I
Question:
bought
Did you have fun at last LVO?
with the people. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Once again, you're not
Jose,
gonna do this.
make
Yeah.
it make sense to me, my man.
So
Make
here,
it
No,
make
he
here's
did.
here. I am. I'm gonna.
We
I'm.
no, no, no. We're not going to revisit
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
going to
No, no.
revisit that.
Real
That
quick.
was a
Real
joke. I
quick.
was
Real quick.
joking. I was
No, no,
joking.
no.
I
Real
was
quick.
joking.
I just
Okay,
need to elaborate this.
okay. I messed
JR,
up.
you have fun winning. Winning is your cure all.
No,
Win,
no, that's
the
wrong.
saying,
That's
the
wrong.
saying, the
That's wrong.
saying, the saying that winning fixes everything
That's wrong again. You're presuming
is
something about me that's not true.
is
Okay.
is what it comes down to.
Okay. Okay.
Um, 'Cause, anyways, so I warmed up to the commanders. I got the Jedi ones, not actually to run them as commanders, but to get them as so I don't have to buy ARFs to run Jedi in my ARC troopers.
Mm,
But the ones I am excited for now that I've seen all the cool shit you can do is the Super Krakens. I'm looking forward to running 2 of those bad boys.
mm.
Uh, I don't know, it's a little bit easier to be happy about them in CIS because they're no name people, but like it's the other ones that just replace the name stuff that kind of hurts.
Sure.
But lastly, starter sets out are a great thing. Hopefully it gives Legion a boom in players. I don't want this game to go nowhere. As much as it sounds like I'm not a big fan of this game, I still love the IP. I love the minis. I paint my ass off to put these things on the table. And I love when I see people with who've had me paint stuff for them put things on the table. Go to the Learn to Play. I painted the Rebel side of the starter set. You can see play with some cool looking Wookiees. The starter sets are good. I wish they would have all came together. And lastly, I'm a big fan of the new LOS and terrain. Like the way that you interact with LOS now is cool because there were times when the table was super dense because because area terrain literally did nothing almost most of the time to now we're able to see a table that's like 50% area and 50% buildings, and up until you get engaged with the area terrain itself, the whole table's pretty much line of sight blocking, even though you can see it. It makes, I think, table building a little simpler. I was very happy with all the tables I've seen at LVO. And that's my good.
I'm gonna piggyback off that too with the good for the terrain. I think the terrain has come far. A lot of great changes AMG has made to the terrain. But yeah, we'll start with the bad. Jose, we'll start with you. Give us the bad.
Um, Short list. Not in no particular order.
Did you just say
Uh,
short list?
yeah, short list, no
I'm writing this
All
particular
right,
stuff
we'll
order.
down. I hope
see.
you know
We'll
that.
see. I'm
Yeah.
timing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
2.6 is an overall. It's only in here because there's no meh section. I don't need to get into too much detail other than what I've already said. The game to me, static POIs are boring. We
But you
need
thought the
more.
old stuff was boring as well.
No.
Let him talk, JR.
Okay,
Let him do
okay,
his list. Don't tell him
No.
how he
okay.
feels.
That's valid.
Uh the static POIs don't do it for me. I think that that will change if AMG does have things like faction specific secondaries, faction specific advantages, hell, even faction specific missions. I think it would add more stakes to the turn zero other than, ooh, you have advanced intel, I got to get rid of that, or ooh, you have this, I got to get rid of that. It's like, okay, cool. If I have to choose between my opponent having a specific droid mission, let's say infinite courage on even number rounds for whatever fucking reason, or advanced
Which
intel, I'm more inclined to make a. I might want to get rid of that mission instead of advanced intel, or vice versa. Just I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more chess in the turn zero, in terms of just advanced intel always has to go. Like that I just think that needs more flavor. Um uh this is the 50-50. I am more lukewarm to custom commanders, but I still have the fear of custom commanders replacing name characters. And I get it, some lists it's just a lot better to have a generic cool empire commander that can give you a pip advantage for one turn when you really need it. And I get it that that guy might be better than Veers. It's just my whole thing is like this game is near and dear to me for the characters and the universe, and I'd much rather enjoy seeing Veers, Leia, Luke like on the table than Commander Jeffrey and support operator Deanna than seeing those things. And I think that it takes away building space for other things. Like I'm excited to see Luke on a Tauntaun. Why? Because it's Luke on a Tauntaun. I could put Luke is now in a support role, or he's a commander, but it's a different unit altogether that fills a gap for other than just hey, this nobody from nowhere. And then lastly, the battle forces. I'm not a fan of the battle forces. I don't want to see more of them. I feel like I know you guys do, but if we're gonna get to a point where there's 40 different battle forces, like what's the point of just having like the standard force org anymore? Just make this a battle force game and Because next thing you know, we're gonna have things where we can mix stuff into the battle forces as well. Kind of like 40K when you can do like I don't know this group of Space Marines and that's like Primaris, and then you get like I don't know some derpy minions from another faction and put them in. Like I don't want to go that route. I kind of would much rather see the armies be built within their own faction than these weird little side story armies. That's my bad.
I feel like there's two camps with the custom commanders. There's those that want to see the main characters and everything, and then there's the other side that want to see yourself in the game as a Star Wars character. I feel like that's the difference. But my bad is very short, very shorter than that. Uh, I'm sure I have like little gripes here and there, but I feel like the only bad that I can really think of off the top of my head is fix, climb, and scale. Let these things do something more than just scale makes you climb all the way to the highest, whatever height there is, and climb speed one. I like the old climb and the old scale. Like that's when it felt really good. This new stuff, I don't know. I just feel like there should be a keyword or expert climbing should be that you can make a your normal move onto a building, right? Instead of a speed
Hmm.
one, you could do your speed two or a speed three. Um, I don't know. I just have bad taste in that from there those changes. Other than that, uh, the other gripes I have are really like not necessary. Make clear bases legal and make chess clocks in every tournament. But those are like don't even need to be a thing because they're irrelevant. But moving on, Nick, what do you got for bad?
Yeah, not a ton of things. Uh, Fix the old units. There's still a lot of, as a Rebel player, I feel like there's still a lot of old units that they have not fixed.
Which
And
one? When you say old units, what old units are you referring to?
oh gosh, uh, c-
Are they all
Commandos.
rebels?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just thinking of the Rebel ones. Commandos, Tauntauns, Wookiees, um,
Well,
most
why?
of my,
Go ahead.
oh, a lot of the heroes, you
Other
know,
than,
command
sorry,
cards.
I agree with you with the command cards, but
Yeah,
when I
you
look
look at
at,
you look at the command cards that have come out, and this is not even like something that's recently happened. Look at the command cards that have come out like the last several years compared to some ones that came out when the game started, and those are still the ones that you have to play with some of the heroes that are out there, you know, and they have not changed on some of them at all.
sure.
They're not
And
gonna change though, because they would have changed them in this pack coming up or
well,
the
that's what I'm saying.
before
That
pack.
well, that's why it's on my bad list because they
Yeah,
haven't changed it.
I feel like other than the, because I do agree with you, the hero command cards. I mean, I feel like the game is just so many units that it's so hard to like do it all in one go. But I feel like the rest of these units are good for this version of the game, and I'm so shocked as to why I don't see them more. A good example is Tauntauns. You want to be in that range two bubble, right?
They don't.
And
they're gonna
L
get blown
They don't
up.
LOS
throw.
blocking.
They don't throw. They're not LOS blocking. No,
No, no, no. I mean like there's more LOS blocking now in this version of the game.
that will hide a tauntaun. Not always.
Well, I guess I'm really saying
Yeah,
area terrain, right?
yeah.
Um, and you're right that they don't shoot as much as the other boys, but like when you're engaged with these guys, that's that's pretty
They
hard to kill.
they do not throw an any dice compared to what people throw in this game, and they degrade. So as soon as one dies, now it's even more pitiful. And probably the biggest point, they're too expensive.
I think you might be right there. They
So
are
I,
probably
I
too
I
expensive.
guess if you wanted to not change anything on them and drop their points a bunch, then
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with that. Because I just feel like in this world, Tauntauns would still be good because they have the uniqueness of if they withdraw, they still get to do their relentless, and then if they go into melee, they get their ram, right? And they're 4 health, so it's like you're not killing them as fast. Um,
I think yes, you
Yeah,
are.
you
Yeah,
miss
you
like
are.
yeah,
I don't
dude.
know. I'm not a rebel
Yeah,
player. I
Can
yeah.
we rephrase this as the reason you think they won't die fast because it's not the way you would play them. You're very cagey, whereas a lot of people
I
with
don't even
these
think no, that's not even it. That's not even it
no
because even good rebel players out there aren't playing them. So
Ryan plays them. Damn
even
it!
good Legion players aren't playing them.
Well, I feel like
Ryan plays him.
No, he hasn't. He
Wookiee,
hasn't played him in a long time.
even Wookiees, I feel like is good for this version of the game because they're 3 health each. And again, it might be a point costing, like drop the points on them,
Hmm.
because they are a little pricey.
And
Really, for
yeah,
what they bring?
and that's what I'm saying. So fix, I just feel like that. So a lot of these units are still the same cards, same points as they were before 2.6 came out, and
Sure.
that's what kind of, and like you just mentioned, JR, and they changed scale, they changed how they climb. So Wookiee's a good example. Wookiees are way less efficient
Lower.
on the table than they used to be, but they didn't get like any they weren't compensated for that.
Right.
This other bad is kind of a my little pet peeve. Change terrain and line of sight to 2D. I am so tired, so tired of having my minis behind a building and people thinking they can see them because the building has a little inlet and they think they can see them in that little inlet.
Mm.
Make line of sight two-dimensional. Your base to my base cannot cross the obstacle terrain. If it does, you can't see me. Doesn't matter if the terrain is slanted. Doesn't matter if it goes like this.
MCP cover.
MCP, yeah.
Yeah.
For obstacle terrain specifically.
It's the same in Shatterpoint, right?
Same in Shatterpoint. Yeah, although Shatterpoint has some other kind of different rules for it.
They infused some MCP Shatterpoint into
Yeah.
Legion. Why not do it to the terrain
Yeah.
now that I think about it?
I'm shocked too.
Change obstacle line of sight to 2D. I'm so
I
tired
would
of
love
that.
that. Yeah.
I'm so tired of that. And this is probably why I'm so tired of it, because I'm too nice of a player to say, no, you can't see them. And have to call a judge and go through the whole rigmarole. I'm just the guy that says, oh, okay, yeah, you can see them.
So if you hear it here, folks, if you just say Nick, you can see, he's like, you can see. I don't care.
He's fully behind a building, no line whatsoever. I can
Yeah,
see
it's like, yeah, he's like, I can see. He's like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay. So yeah, change terrain 2D. I don't like, I don't like it.
With that, I don't know. Like, I like that idea. I think that would simplify it a lot better. But would it mess up some of the units?
No.
Because if I'm on a building,
well, you're on the building.
You're on the building.
You don't count what you're on.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about.
So MCP, if you're
it.
on a building, you get cover.
Yeah, but if there's a okay, because you're talking
You're
about
only
okay,
2D. You'd only get
yeah.
You're 2D. You're only in cover if you're behind it. But if you're on top of it, you
Then,
are still seen, but you get cover still.
Yeah.
It's just for you can't see me purposes. None of this. Oh, the bushes. So for instance, when you see those drop pods where like the back drop door is up, and then you put your mini right there, and you're like, I can see through this thing. If it was 2D terrain, nope, no, you can't. That triangle now doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder because like then the mortars or emplacement troopers now take a step back in the sense that they could now shoot higher because they're silhouette.
You mean step forward?
Step back because then 2D would make it to where they don't have a higher ceiling to hit or
silhouette. No, if their silhouette still taller.
I almost think that would be a for my rebels, that would almost be a plus. I don't want them. I don't want you to be able to see them. You just kill them.
Well, okay. I'm adding something to my bad list. I just thought of it.
Yeah.
I feel like the emplacement trooper silhouette that are taller should only be for the emplacement trooper to see, not to be looked at and shot back at. In my opinion,
it's a Luke's lightsaber all over again.
I don't like that it exists at all because that silhouette is way higher than my guy. I mean, you're talking about the mortar, but I'm thinking of my MK. He's way down low. That thing is like way above him.
Yeah.
Why did they do that
for consistency, I guess?
I thought it was a good change.
They could have just gave him a thicker silhouette instead of a taller one.
Sure.
You need the taller one because it just made sense thematic wise. Like, I think it's specifically for the mortar. Like, you don't have to see what you're shooting at. You just have to know the coordinates. Pop it in. Poof.
Well, that's
yeah,
the problem.
But it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
because I can pop it back. with a better dice pool.
Well, it also doesn't make sense that the MK and the dish have the same silhouette.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a height thing. Like,
So
Yeah.
yeah, but that was it. That's it.
That's all your bad? Okay.
That's my bad.
All right, now let's move on to the ugly.
Okay,
I'll go first with the ugly. I don't really have any uglies. I trying to think.
that's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I don't really have an ugly. I think the only thing that like, and this is like a small niche and it's more joking than anything, is like when people get upset at me about my lists. It's like I just made a list. I don't know what you want from me. That's
so you're ugly.
I'm more joking. I'm more joking. Moving on. Nick, what you got for ugly?
Well, so not surprised. Custom commanders. I said when they were announced, I did not like it. I don't like them.
But why?
Because kind of what we've kind of said and what I've heard other people say too is that these will probably push out named characters
You know what's
it,
funny?
from the
Go ahead.
game,
I
and I don't like that.
I honestly feel like the custom commanders were only invented for the tour of duty. But
I know, huh?
yeah. But the problem is you can't make a unit for one mode of the game, or else nobody would buy it.
Sure, of course, of
So I
course.
I think that's what happened in that
Yeah.
scenario.
Well, no, I mean, maybe that was part of it, but they obviously made them for this because otherwise they would be like
Bad.
even more, no, even more broken, right? Because then they just would have went crazy with them. So this is, I mean, obviously it's personal opinion, right? That I don't like that's what's gonna happen. Um, yeah, and I keep hearing like, the kind of examples, oh, now I could play the custom commanders and I can say this is Ezra and this is Kanan. It's like, no, give me
That's
Ezra and
Bob.
Kanan. Don't give me this. Like, I don't want, like, that makes no sense. But anyways, I won't harp on that too much. But yeah, I don't like it. I still don't. And I am interested in playing Tours of Duty, but that means I basically have to buy a custom commander, and I haven't bought one yet. And I wasn't gonna buy one, but I do kind of want to try Tours of Duty. So I'm in a pickle.
Wait. Or you could just take your generic rebel commander upgrade and say he's
I,
the commander.
I could with the model, but I still need the cards.
Yeah.
You can download them, right?
Nope,
Isn't
Yeah.
it?
They're
not
not
in a
print to
print to
No.
play?
play. They're not
They're
print to
not
play.
print and play?
So they
Wait,
said
so
something.
AMG's not doing print and play on this?
They're
But they
not.
print and play everything else. Why?
So
To sell more? To sell
So
them?
yes, so
Because
okay,
they want
and
money?
we'll take a quick tangent here. So they said something recently in an interview, which I
Did it
already
bother you?
assumed, and it totally makes sense. Yes, they said we're not in the business of selling cards. We're in the business of selling models, and they gave us a print play for everything that had been previously released. And I thought this at the time. That's probably not going to mean they're going to print and play everything going forward because they are in the business of selling models. They want you to buy the models. They they're not going to do print and play for these custom commanders and the cards. And I would venture to guess that they won't do print and play for any new releases that come out because why? And I agree. Why would they? Why would they? It's a new model. It's on the shelf. Buy it. You get the cards. Why would they print and play those cards? That model doesn't exist
Do they do
in the
that for
past.
MCP? I thought
Uh,
all MCP cards go up to print and play,
no.
even when they're
Nope.
new.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, hold on.
Nope.
Let me push back here a little bit. I feel like they have to print and play, and the only reason why is this game is consistently changing. So when they print the value of like the cost of a unit, and it's no
No.
longer
They
that
just put it on the
cost.
RADA doc. They just put it on the RAD document. The errata sheet. We've always played with cards without the wrong point.
But what happens when they do the keywords?
The print plays already have the wrong point costs on them
I
because they've
know.
changed points.
Yeah.
No, we have always played with wrong points printed on cards. We have our errata sheet with the points list, and we refer to that. That's always been that way. They have not printed new cards because points changed.
But
That
what
they've
about
not done.
erratas? I'm sorry.
They,
Changes to keywords.
Changes to keywords? No, because now the keywords don't even say anything on the card. It's just a keyword. The rule book would
Oh, you're
change.
right. That is true. They do that.
Now, if they revamped a card, then yes, I could see them doing print and play, right? So, like, let's say 6 months from now, they drastically change three of the doctrines. Yes, probably those three doctrines would then be on a print and play document for you to print out. That would happen. But they're not just gonna put these in a print play because the custom commanders are released. If you want the cards, go buy the model that they're in the business of selling, right? So they're I think they're done with print and play. You're not gonna see that unless they come out. The only thing you're gonna still see is how they came out with those upgrades, right? The special
Right.
upgrades that aren't in a box, right?
Right.
Those they'll give to us free because again, they're not trying to sell us cards, so they'll give those to us for free.
Which is a bummer. Like, you just had the upgrade pack come out. Why didn't you put those in the upgrade pack? But I'm sure
Okay, I
that's
was
like,
wondering if
Oh,
those
because
are
they
in
went
there or not.
they went to print so long
yeah,
before
I'm
that. I
sure.
mean,
I'm sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
So those cards aren't in there.
they aren't. No, no, the new
Huh.
cards. No, it's so funny too. Yeah, bro, also real quick. So I bought all my card packs. I brought them home. And I was like, throw away all this stuff. I threw it all away, and then I realized, oh, I threw away all the printed new ones. I gotta go print more of the upgrades.
Smooth.
Yeah. We touched on Battle Forces. I already said that Battle Force isn't my ugly until they expand it,
Mm,
giving more Battle Forces. All right, here's the big one, and this one really picks at me.
okay.
Fix POI as not area train. The rules and interactions with cover, line of sight, obscuring with POI when they changed area train, and we had all those conversations and all the confusion and still confusion, saw it at LVO, still people confused on how you deal with POIs as area train and does it give cover and what's this and you can't go into it, but you can touch it and all this stuff and da 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 da. Da. Change POIs to not be classified as area train. Such a simple fix. They are its own thing. POI is a silhouette, heavy cover, da da da. Like, don't use
Not
the
line of
word,
sight blocking.
not line of sight, but don't use the word area train to describe POI. Take it out of the rule book. It's I hate it when there is something in there and they have that makes absolutely no sense with how we interact with that POI. And it's such an easy fix. It drives me nuts.
That's valid. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Jose, what you got for ugly?
Nick took the POI one right out of my mouth. For the record, I just want to say how cool is it that we have good, bad, and ugly, and the custom commanders made it into every tier. No, so my ugly is some game mechanics and old units. I had this conversation on the road trip with the boys, and Courage 1 units need to go away. Um, Either they need to go away or you have to revert panic rules back to old panic. Um, because somebody who plays Rebels or Empire with their, their trusty stormtroopers are at such a disadvantage when you go to try to score and then to get knocked off because panic is checked 24/7. Me and Rob were having a conversation where like in this version of Legion, it feels like where old Legion, it was one was your standard trooper courage, and you had to be spectacular special forces or commanders to even think about going above one. Um, it feels like in this version of Legion, Courage 2 is the new one. Because even at Courage 2, you're hanging on a thread almost to score and follow-up rounds. Whereas you could do the best positioning in the world, but you need to make a move for these POIs. And it's like your one commander or two commanders could only be so somewhere so often. And it's like, one well-placed mortar shot and you're panicked off the point. Or at the end of the game, it doesn't matter if you have five, it doesn't matter if you have a handful of troopers on a POI. I need this POI to win. I know you need that POI to win, so I'm just gonna suppress you. I don't care if I kill you, I'm just gonna suppress you because panic is checked 24/7. So either we need to stop bringing in Courage One units. The panic rules need to be reverted or revamped, or a big picture, maybe scoring needs to be looked at when it comes to POIs. And I say this from experience. I having Courage One units, even if I had Indomitable, even if I had a unit well within range, it led to some sticky situations where I was literally two blobs of B1s and I couldn't score because I was panicked just because of 24/7 check. So yeah, old units, just get rid of them or update their Courage to two, make Courage 2 the new one, panic rules, and I would like, if you're not gonna do any of that, at least do some adjustments to POI scoring.
I kind of agree with you on that one because I feel like that's the last I gotcha, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, you went with that unit. Oh, lob a suppressive shot. He's now panic. I got you. And there's literally nothing you could do because after you rally step and you win, it's like any more suppression now added is you're panicked.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna push back on that too. Is like I kind of like it too because it forces you to play multiple commanders, which is good in this version of the game because if you have everything at Courage 2, then you revert back to I only have to bring one commander, right?
And even some of these custom commanders have Courage 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like I brought two commanders just with the added benefit of extending my courage range to cover the board. And it's again once again it's just the tactical thing I needed to do because my units are all they have Indomitable, but I still fall a victim to the range one. And it's just the scoring portion of it. Like I don't know how you can change scoring to not make it more or any less of a I don't know, like a confusing conundrum problem. But like I said, it's just a feels it's like a feels bad like I have to go with these units. There's nothing to stop me. There's nothing I can do other than go here with these units. And once I go, that's it. Once you get the suppression, I don't get to score anymore. It's like I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Like, but that said, it's just something I think could be looked at in terms of, like I said, like the two could be the new one. It's just simple like that. Because like some new stuff coming out, like it's still Courage One, and it's like, that might be a little tough sell. Or even if it wouldn't be so bad if more of these units now have the built-in upgrades like the pikes and the Black Sun, where it's like this unit goes to Courage too. I would pay for that in a heartbeat.
Don't they still have the
Um,
officer?
We
that's not.
do in the Rebels, yeah, in
Yeah,
the
and
Empire.
and an Empire. Like you have that option
It's
still.
expensive. Were they
It's
16 points, I think?
Yeah, so maybe if they lowered those points, then that might be
That's
more
what I'm saying.
viable.
Just
Yeah.
making it. They just need to change it a little bit because, like,
Yeah,
I just
Rebels
think
still
that that
16.
that I just think
Yes.
it's just where the game's at. Especially how you want us to stand and deliver a straight up OK Corral fire brawl in a hallway. Like, cool. I won. I'm alive still, but now I'm so suppressed that the guy over there that has 1 minute left after our firefight just stopped all these guys from scoring. And it's a thing too, like even when it comes to bring them to heal. Oh, cool. Courage One unit. Okay, split fire, split fire, split fire, split fire, split fire, split fire. Okay, now you don't get to score that point and I do. And it's like it wasn't even a thing because have you been staring down the barrel of a Courage 2, now it's not split fire, it's I might just have to kill this thing. It just felt easy because it was like I score on the bring them to hill by you having more units suppressed than I do, and then probably doubled up because of my insane split firing. Not only did I make you suppress, I probably panicked you, and it's like there's only so much you can do out of a Courage One unit that has to go there. You're not sometimes you're not going to send your best units on no point until it's like round 3 or 4.
But to be honest,
So,
like I feel like that's still a good change. And I know that you're ugly, so I'm not arguing with you.
yeah, no, you're
But
good.
but like that brings the element of chess to the game, right? It's like, okay, you have a guy units that can kill me. I have guns that can add suppressive and not kill you. Now I'm kind of playing a little tic-tac-toe here of can I suppress something and make you not score? You didn't have to decide when you do go with that unit so you don't panic because like if I do suppress panic you, you can then go with that unit, recover the rest of it off or however much you need to do. So like I feel like it's that element of skill of like options because you don't want suppressors to be obsolete and that it doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? And that's again, CIS is the goat because you don't feel that way in CIS. CIS does not care about being panicked or suppressed, right? Because it's a droid trooper. So the suppression, if I'm gonna be suppressed or you're trying to panic me, I'm gonna go with my droid trooper, recover, and just get another
Yeah.
action to do something, right?
And
Like
I did that. I did that 100%. I get that.
They need to
But
get
that's
rid of
just
that rule.
but
it's the
that's
best
just
rule of the game.
no, it is.
They
It
need to
saved
get
my
rid of that rule,
it saved my butt a lot, like
or
a lot of
give
time
you a
during the
downside,
tournament.
some
No,
some
no,
sort of
it is
downside.
AI
there is a
baby,
downside.
AI.
No. There is a downside. I had to
No,
waste an action to recover that.
Yeah.
there's no downside.
Yeah,
So
where
no,
people that are suppressed get one action, we gotta waste one of our two actions to recover,
to be
Nick.
just like you,
Do
to feel like you.
do you realize
Yeah.
with the custom commanders coming out that they just turned your AI into a positive keyword
Yep.
because all that stuff
Yep.
targets
Yep.
AI. Now you want all your
Yep.
units to have AI.
You know what annoyed me the most when I found out the STDs didn't have AI, so I couldn't
Yeah.
use it on them. So I'm like, dang.
You gotta have walls, JR.
I was like,
No, that's it, and that's just minor. That's just minor gameplay. Just seeing the game as I've played it, and then the amount I played at Vegas. It's like, oof, like I'm really understanding the bad draw of not having a Courage 2 unit. Even having Indomitable didn't save me some of the times. So I mean, I'm not. That's not taking anything away from suppressive at all because that's just a two-shot difference. It's suppressive on a Courage 1 unit, you know, is a panic, and then a two suppressive shots on a Courage 2 unit. Most of the time, if they don't have Dooku or Anakin, is like panic. So I'm just saying, in terms of just like making the game extra, an extra improbability, like difficulty matter. It's like I have to go here. I have to go here. See if there was if there was like mobile, I'm hoping we get them missions. I wouldn't be so harped on this because my Courage 1 guys can just grab this and pull it back a little bit. And now I'm not going to get bombarded. Versus having to stay there. And no matter how many minis I have, I could just give you 1 mini to shoot, but you're gonna get the suppression, and now that guy doesn't. Unless I'm completely able to touch a POI on the other side of a wall, which I had a lot of advantages in that in LVO, so I'm not gonna complain about that. But like it feels bad. Like I don't want to see any more Courage 1 units. I just think this game should leave the Courage 1 units where we have them and start pumping out twos
well,
and
what
threes.
new Courage unit that's coming out that has one?
I'm gonna
The
guess. Well, we don't know of any, but I'm gonna guess probably the Weak Ways or Courage one.
Yeah, the week quiz will
Yeah,
be Courage 1.
yeah.
I would be shocked if reset the clock for the fourth time. If we get Gungans, I'm pretty sure they'll probably
Yeah,
be Courage 1.
Now they're gonna have Courage -1 right off
yeah.
the bat.
-1.
No,
Co
that's Jar Jar. He
yeah,
comes in panicked.
any new core will still continue to be one for sure.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just
Marksman is
and
coming out, and I think they're gonna have two.
Well, that's
if they have
clones,
one, that'd
though.
be
Yeah,
hilarious.
that
That's
would be
clone.
hilarious.
That's
Uh,
That'd be hilarious to do.
yeah.
no, I'm just saying like I would like if they want to continue a Courage 1, at least give me the option to slot a general or something for more. I would
But
gladly
you
pay 16
do.
points to
You do
Does
to
have that option.
the
no,
CIS not have that?
CS doesn't, but CS
no,
doesn't
they
need it
Oh,
don't
okay.
need it. They
because it
don't
has
need
Droid
Yeah,
it.
Trooper keyword.
yeah.
Um,
But all the other factions do.
yeah.
You can put an
No, but I'm
officer on all
saying,
of
I'm
them.
saying, I'm saying, like when the new stuff comes out, if they do ones coming out to do that.
Oh, okay.
Sure, sure. Um, All right, boys, we did our good, the bad, the ugly. So now it's our final verdict. And what do you think Legion is at in its current state? Is it good, bad, or ugly? So I'll go first. I think the game is good. I think it's in a good state. I'm excited for the mini extravaganza. What about you, Nick?
Yes, the game is finally in a good state.
Okay.
It's finally in a good state because it's finally released.
All right, Jose.
Despite all the negative, I say the game is good.
Okay.
I'm fingers crossed that mini extravaganza will blow us away and it'll take the game into a better state, better than good.
I'm really hoping it
But
is because they didn't do one in July, so we've been
but
waiting an
Yeah,
extra
push it back.
yeah 3 months
but
for that.
AMG, if you're listening, despite all my complaints, despite all my negative comments, despite every bad thing I've ever said about you, this game is 100% perfect, best game on the planet if you just give me Gungans. All's forgiven.
No, you need to give him Qui-Gon too. Don't forget that part. Don't forget
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Um. Okay. So then my follow-up question to that: every one of us has said good. So this is a two-part question. Are you going to play more Legion now, and why haven't you been? Because the only you two specifically have only been played when we went to Vegas. Other than that, it was dormant, and I'm curious as to why. Good.
You
Whoever
go
wants to
first,
go
Nick.
first. Okay, there you go.
Oh, I mean that a lot is life. That
Okay.
that is life right now for sure. Like the tournament, the first, still coaching soccer. I won't be able to come. Like so like things like that. So life for sure. Time, life. So I will try to make more of an effort to play more Legion. I do always stop playing though before LVO. That's actually kind of what I do. I play other games because I know I'm gonna go play 6 games of Legion, so I can play other games since I'm gonna go play Legion.
So
Um, but I will say, I will admit, I was soured. I was soured what they did to Jin and Cassian
valid.
and Pathfinders.
Yeah.
I was
Oh yeah,
soured.
I would be
I
sour
was
too.
soured.
Yeah. But so you're using your kids as an excuse to why
It's a
Jose can't
different
make your list
excuse.
for the tournament. You're belching on your
No, oh
your
yeah, yeah, you
what did I say?
definitely
Tournament?
can.
Bet, yeah.
The bet, yeah, no, you definitely get to make my list. But
I
yeah,
need I need you to
it,
send me
move the tournament 2 weeks later, and I can come.
you need to send me a list of what you own since you're handicapping me into only what Nicholas owns.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
what do you expect him to do? Buy
yeah.
something else?
I have things that he can use.
I
He
don't
said
play with I don't
no.
I don't play with other people's
See?
models. I've never done that.
For the record, here's what his list was gonna look like. Are you ready? It was gonna be a custom commander.
Yeah, I don't
He
know
It
what
was
has
you.
one.
gonna be it
No,
was
Well, he
gonna
will.
be
He
hold
will.
on.
I don't
It
have
was
the
gonna
cards.
be it was gonna be Cassian. It
Right.
was
Okay.
gonna be K2, it was gonna be
Yeah.
Jin.
Yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
was gonna be three full commandos with snipers, three
Mm-hmm.
strike teams with snipers,
Nope,
and
can't do that.
two FD guns
Do that.
with that, and it was gonna be a bunch of like rebel garbage in the middle.
I mean, I do most of that.
There you go.
You have six
I've no, I could do. I
six
can only do
commandos?
three. I can only do three. I have three commandos. I have 3 unit. I have three. I bought 3 boxes of
Wait,
commandos.
See,
can't
I
you do?
wanted to
Wait,
give
hold on,
you
hold on, hold
six
on.
snipers.
You could do the. Well, you can't do 6 snipers, but he could do
That's
3 commandos and the three strike teams.
that was the point. I
Yes.
Yeah,
wanted him
yeah.
to
Yeah.
have. I
Well,
wanted to give
you
him.
technically could because you could have the bomb guy as your
Yeah.
sniper because you don't have to have the actual sniper guy anymore.
He
No.
wants to use the
No. It has
minis.
to be. Yeah. It
Once
has to
again,
be.
he wants to use
No,
the
no,
minis.
right? Am I wrong in this? In that?
You are wrong on that. You
The
you
heavies
don't
matter.
you don't have to have the purchase model, but your model has to look like what it's supposed to look like. So
I thought
I
they
no
I thought
no
they said as long as you differentiate what the
yeah
unit is, if you could tell, it doesn't matter.
no. You have to be able to. You can. I can modify my mini and put a sniper rifle on him, and then that will
Can I
surpass.
just lend you three strike teams?
No,
I want to see this on the table, Nick.
I've never played with other models of my
Oh
own.
my God. Anyways, I wanted him to have like 8 acts of just shoot across the board and see how that works. Just to watch Nick like lose his mind.
Well, I probably wouldn't shoot the
Um,
sniper rifles. They'd probably charge in the middle. Probably run up.
He just
he just throws
like
the gun.
yeah. All his units died turn one. All right, I played your list.
No,
Oh
I wouldn't do that.
God, liar.
Okay, now your turn, Jose. Answer the question.
I am looking to do an uptick in my games played because I want to mess around with Empire. So we're gonna have to hot swap. I'm gonna have to give you like Shadow Collective for your learn to plays because I'm gonna need them Stormtrooper I need my Empire back.
Makes sense.
So I do want to pick up playing because of that. Partial of why I haven't been playing it as much. Is just because, like I said, the state of the game where it's at is good for everyone else. It's just not particularly good for me. If I look at if I have Legion on one side, if I can do a pickup game of Legion or a pickup game of MCP, like I'm not gonna lie, I have way more fun playing MCP. I and that's not even I'm good at it. I'm just having more fun with that game type process, whatever it's called, game setup. That I'm hoping that changes with Legion when we get if we get more cards and everything, because that's what's holding me back is like I just don't want to play this what's that just not destroying base. I don't want to play Signals or whatever for the 30th time. I don't want to play Intercept for the 50th time. I don't want to have to ban Advanced Intel for the 40th time. Like it all just ends up being the same stuff most of the time.
I think
And that's the problem I have. I just want to see
yeah.
new modes, new advantages. I'm tired of doing bring them to heel for the 80th time. Like
From
I
everything
don't
that
know.
you talked about in this episode, I feel like, and this isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I feel like you're the type of player that you want to do something new. And when you do something the same over and over again, it becomes daunting and you lose interest in it, right? Like the old stuff, objectives and everything got stale to you. Now these new objectives are now stale to you. You know, you're having fun in MCP because it's rather new to you. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that just seems like the trend of just like I want excitement because you were talking about games not being exciting, and that's because you already know how those games play out. Once they're, you know, the battle deck is flipped over, it's just like, oh yeah, we've seen this before. You know,
We also have like what, Nick, like 30, 20 different red cards, 20 different blue cards for MCP. So like you do have some that you will still see, but like most of the time, like it's something
but
new
but for
every time.
you, that's relatively new. Now, I don't think that's new for Nick, right?
No, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is it's a stack of about altogether between reds and blues, like 40 different things you can do versus the same, what is it, six, five, six, something like
Well,
that.
we're just missing one piece, and I think could be wrong. I think we're gonna get it spring summer. It is that um mission pack that they said we're gonna get every
Hmm.
every 2 years, I think they said, or even every year. I feel like they said because that's what we're getting MCP. We got a new mission pack this year, and we're gonna get another one next year. So I believe that's what we're also gonna receive in Legion. We're gonna get a mission pack.
Did they say that?
I I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember exactly, but
I'm hoping they did.
I could have swore they said that we're getting a new mission pack this next year when they said this back in March that we'd be getting it in 2026.
I
It makes
Um
sense because you got it for
and,
Shatterpoint too.
and then we would be on a I don't know, maybe it wasn't a year, but maybe it was like an 18-24 month cadence that we would get another new mission pack. And because that's what they're doing for MCP. And I thought they kind of said the same thing for Legion. So we just haven't hit that yet because because unlike MCP didn't start over, right?
right.
MCP didn't start over like we did. So we started over, right? So we started over. Now we're relaunching. Now we'll get into our cadence and get our missions.
I feel like, and I'm hoping you're right, Nick, because that'd be amazing if we got new mission
Yeah.
packs every year. But I feel like it's easier to do with Shatterpoint MCP because it's such a smaller scale of a game that it's easier to do than Legion.
I think they can do it with
They
Legion.
can.
It doesn't have to be, a bunch of missions or even all kinds, right? What if it was just a pack that brought up two new secondaries, right? Or
Sure.
two new this, right? So um I think it's very doable.
Yeah.
I think it's very doable.
Well, and the MCP missions are based around secures and extracts. Like, and the extracts, the craziest the extracts go is like some are civilian, some are asset, but extract is an extract. It's you can do that in Legion where you could be like this, like how we do right now. It's like this POI, is it an asset or not? Or is this token an asset or not? Like they can do different variant missions like that where it revolves around those mechanics, but just like what you could do. Like for instance, in MCP, blue missions are there's two versions of them. You can stay by them and that's how you score, which is similar to POIs right now. Or some of them you do a dice roll, and it's like if you get say my physical defense is 4, roll 4 dice. If you get a hit, you get to claim that box and run away. Well, that helps if they did something Legion like that, where this POI that's back here, my courage is 1. I roll 4 dice. If I get 1 hit, now this POI is mine. I will forever score this POI until you come and roll for it. And even then, it's not a guarantee you'll get it, but I can now move away from that POI and not worry about not scoring it because I got suppressed. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you could bring like a courage 2 unit or run there with a commander.
But to be fair,
Maul can
I
burst his speed. He has courage 3, so he as long as he gets 3, 2, 1, he has
yeah,
a better success of flipping it than I do of coming back and flipping it. But you could also fail.
sure. Yeah. Hopefully, Nick's right, and they did say that, and we do get one every year.
Yeah, maybe it
And
wasn't every year, but gosh,
We should
it was
be getting
more
one.
often than we're getting them now.
that's
No, no,
I'll
true.
say
That's
that.
true.
we should because if I'm AMG and I'm looking at the discrepancy of advantages and I'm like, ooh, we need to add some more because we need to add ones that are better or just as good to kind of make it different, more breath into the game. So I'd be shocked that they didn't. They got to be looking at this and being like, okay, we got to add more stuff.
Fair enough. All right, boys. Think I held you guys here long enough. Dallin, you hear to hear. Jose said the game is in a good spot, so don't believe when he said it's bad.
For other players, very
Anyway,
specific.
any last word, Jose?
Oh, we still got a grand army.
Okay. Nick, any last words?
Me extravaganza.
And this Friday, any people in our city want to play Legion or got
Friday
out
or
of Legion?
Saturday?
Friday. It
It's
says Friday.
Friday.
It's
Yeah, it's Friday.
Friday.
It is Friday.
Oh,
I
So
thought he's doing Sunday too.
no, it's
that
just
was past Sunday.
yeah. I think he
Oh, I
did
missed that
past
one.
Sunday and then Saturday before that one. So this one would be Friday. If you are out of Legion and you want to get back into it since the new change rules, learn to play Clovis Legends. Go,
Also,
go ahead.
don't forget
You
selling
interrupted
point.
my last
Sorry,
word,
because
but cool.
you missed it earlier. Selling point. Go get some holographic goodies.
Yes. I don't know if he's doing it for the learn to plays, but if he is,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah, he
bonus.
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
if you play, participate, or help, according to the Facebook post, he showed the shiny 3 generic command cards.
Cool. Well, even more better for if you guys want to show up. It'd be great to see you guys, and yeah, we'll see you guys later.
See ya.